I sold something on Avito that had been hanging for a long time, and I set the scene where the buyers are good and nice people. And that's exactly what happened. My child has trouble going to the toilet, constipation, and a fear of pain. Sorry for the details, but you never know. Maybe this will help someone. I went to the doctors, but it didn't help. I tried to create a reality where my child goes to the toilet every day without pain. I asked myself this many times throughout the day. And on this very day, without any microlax, suppositories, or Dufalac, my little one went completely painlessly. By the way, I also set the reality when he got sick. He had a temperature of 39 degrees Celsius. I set the reality that I saw 36.6 degrees Celsius on the thermometer and a happy child playing. A day later, he recovered. The thermometer read 36.6 degrees Celsius. I have many wonderful stories about braids, really. Dear Tufti, thank you. I assigned my child a place in the school we wanted, and they gave it to me. Now I'm assigning him the teacher we want. I regularly set small goals, and they work right away. I work on the big ones. And the other day, I made the most of an extremely unfortunate circumstance, even though it was extremely difficult to do so. And the situation suddenly turned in my favor. Sorry for not going into details, they are intimate. I had this happen. My daughter was competing, and beforehand, I shot a shot of her standing on the podium in first place. She messed up her performance, made a mistake, and naturally, first place was out of the question. But when the results were announced, I heard that she'd taken first place. That really surprised me. It turns out they'd split the competition into two groups, and in the group she was in, no one had performed perfectly. She had the most points. That's when I really understood how it works. You can only create someone else's reality for your children. Probably until they reach adolescence, while they're still in your world. It's unlikely to work for adults, but who knows? There are exceptions. I couldn't find a job for 6 months. By then, I knew about Transurfing and Tufti, but I hadn't actively applied them. I listened to the audiobook and reread the paper version. I created a reality where I found a job. Within a week, a recruiting agency called. They found 2 openings for me. I turned on the braid, creating a reality where I successfully passed both interviews. In fact, I actually passed both interviews. The result? I got the job. I had a serious conversation with my boss. It was really scary. I hate moments like that. A braid, a benefit, everything ended well. We discussed and discussed everything calmly. I had a similar case. I hadn't been in a relationship for quite a long time, and I didn't flirt with girls either. Basically, I was single and abstinent. So, I'm driving to work and decided to take a quick photo of a girl kissing me. I thought it would be really unusual. I'm single and there's no one in sight, and I'm not one to actively pursue anyone. So a kiss would be something out of the ordinary for me right now. At first, I thought I was in a movie, activated the braid, and placed a frame into it. I didn't specify any details about the kiss, which girl it might be, or what kind of kiss it would be. Just a fact. And then I forgot about it. I arrive at work and go have morning tea with my colleagues. Without a second thought, I offer the receptionist some snacks I brought with me, which she loves. She's so happy. She reaches out to me and says, "Let me kiss you," and kisses me on the cheek. For me, it was magic. There was no particular reason for the kiss, but it happened today, within an hour of the shot being taken. Try it, do it. A pleasant shock is guaranteed. I used to regulate that nasty intersection like that in the mornings. Every morning it seemed like all the city's traffic violators would gather there on purpose. Without going into details, I'll say that at this, it was physically impossible to turn left at the intersection because of the cars jammed together. It was incredibly infuriating. So I started working with the braid, even when leaving the house, capturing the shot of how easily I turned at this intersection with few cars and no lawbreakers. And it worked from the first time. But the most interesting thing is that after 2 or 3 weeks, the intersection became comfortable even without the use of a scythe. The conditions remained the same, time, location, but it was as if reality had changed. We're renovating a large apartment. We turn on the air conditioners and half an hour later they're leaking with water running down the walls. We call the company. They say we're either knocking down the walls or looking for other causes. The scythe in action. I highlight the frame in which the service worker, laughing, hands me some part and tells me that there is no need to break down the walls. Needless to say, what happened the next day? I already have dozens of such examples. The scythe works perfectly when fishing and in various other necessary situations. It's inexplicable. I am satisfied and grateful. My